Okay, well, hi everyone. I wanted to bring on Cassandra today because she, over the last 2 years, has grown a lot in her business. This last year, well, this first quarter, she's closed over 8 transactions. She's working with a lot of builders, and I really wanted to highlight that because I think that sometimes we get in this place where we don't feel like it's possible to grow with builders. Sometimes we feel like our business is growing too slow. And I just think that she is like such a great example of what is possible, what we can do to be able to really grow our business. Um, and I do have a list of questions, but of course it's not pulling up. Oh, here we go. So Cassie, can you share a little bit of your journey in real estate, what it looked like when you first started, and um, how it compares to now?
Yes. Hey, can you guys hear me? I have my headphones on. Does it sound good? Okay. Okay. I want to say when I first started with PAC, I was kind of like at a crossroads. I had obviously gotten my license, but I didn't really know what I was going to do with it. In my head, this was all supposed to be almost like kind of like a hobby, part-time situation. And as I found out, it has definitely become way more than that. I like live, eat, sleep, breathe real estate now. It's very well rounded. But I'm trying to think. Essentially, what's like what was the original question? Like what's changed or what have I done? Sorry.
Yeah, like what do you think has changed mo most in the way from like you when you very first started to now?
I think my approach overall, I actually started taking it serious. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but maybe for some people doing like a career change, you're kind of just like trying to see what the situation is and you don't really take it serious at the beginning. You just kind of go with the flow. And through transactions and through many learning experiences, I'm like, okay, this is 100% my full-time job now. Taking it serious, learning not just like the obvious, like the market, all of that, but just really submersing myself in real estate, reading articles, following other creators, just looking at things that are happening here locally too, and how that affects us and our jobs and also our buyers and our clients. So I think just fully embracing the fact that I'm in this market now, this is my new job. I wouldn't say it's a job, I would say it's like a career lifestyle now, but just fully immersing myself in it. I think that's been the difference from when I first started for sure.
Yeah, and your language has changed a lot in that, in the sense of like you used to say that, oh, I don't know, I'm just here. And now you're like, no, I am here. Like I'm doing. Okay, so like you had a lot of growth, a lot of momentum. You closed 5 houses in 2024, 10 in 2025, and you've already closed 8 this year. And I know that from what we've talked about, you have several under contract. What
Yes.
do you think has created this momentum for you?
I think changing that, like what you said, and it's funny that you mentioned that because I feel like I've caught myself that language of, oh, whatever kind of attitude to fully like being devoted to it. And I think that's definitely changed the way that I've attracted, I would say, maybe transactions and just approach the whole situation. I I tend to get very overwhelmed when I look at things like in a broader picture. So, what I've tried to do, at least specifically this year, since the beginning of the year, is treat each transaction like individual and make it as if the way that the whole thing goes about is how would I want an agent to work for me, or how would I want to feel that this experience goes if I was on the other end, if I was a client and, I was hiring me as the agent. So to individualize things, I feel like for me has made it not only more personal, but I feel like it's made it a little, I'm more hard on myself in terms of like making sure I'm doing things the right way and being more transparent with clients. Saying, okay, if I was on the other end, how would I want to receive this information? Or how would I want this explained? And I feel like just doing that and going each transaction one at a time and not just seeing it as, oh, I have all this going on. No, I take a moment and I dedicate to each transaction that's happening. And it's not only is it less overwhelming for me, I feel like I give more like clear and concise information to my clients as well by doing that.
Yeah, and you run like a very relationship business. I've noticed that from you, you're very hands-on with your client. You really want to make sure that they understand everything. Um,
Yeah.
and I really, really love that about you. And not just with certain things. I know other realtors are like this, but like you go out to dinners with your clients. Like it's very much a like once you're in my circle, you're in my circle. Um,
Yes.
and I want to go ahead and talk to you because you mentioned something a little bit about like self-doubt. And I know a lot of agents are struggling with that, especially like when they're not seeing results right away. Did you ever have any moments where you questioned yourself, or how did you move through that?
I feel like I'm still overcoming that. Anyone that, like you, have been on my receiving end of my self-doubt, my questions, Jose as well, and other mentors that I have been on the receiving end of, hey, I don't know what's happening. Hey, I'm overwhelmed. I think it's just natural and it comes with just I think overall adapting to this new lifestyle because real estate, yes, is it a job, quote unquote, yes. But once you get more immersed into it, you realize that this is a whole lifestyle. This is not only just a passing, oh, I clocked in and clocked out. We're fully immersed in this job. And to be honest, I feel like I'm having almost like I see myself like an out of body experience sometimes, like when I'm talking to clients and I'm going back and forth and doing all of this. I'm like, is this really what I'm doing now? This is a lot of responsibility. I always like say that in the back of my head. I'm like, Cassie, approach this because this is big, big girl job. These are big things. This is a lot of responsibility. So I do still have a lot of self doubt. I mainly try to talk it out. And if I'm feeling like that, and if I know I'm feeling overwhelmed, I reach out and I reach out to like my tribe essentially, which includes you, includes other mentors that I have. And sometimes you just need to, even it's normal to feel overwhelmed or kind of confused or essentially almost doubt, like, why am I doing this? Because some transactions take that out of you where you're like, should I just go back to like an 8 to 5? But it's normal. And I think I've learned that talking about it and reaching out to other people that are in the same field and like saying, hey, this happened. I'm going crazy. Is this normal? Am I crazy? And just having a community to back you has been my saving grace. And then also, it helps that I'm the partner, the person I chose to marry deals with my craziness, and he's there for most of it too. But talking through it has definitely helped me because it will happen. I still have transactions even now where I doubt and I'm like, okay, am I doing this the right way? Am I doing the right thing? But I think that's just fully normal. And I feel like it's almost like a check for yourself to make sure, like, hey, if I'm not sure about this, I need to call in reinforcements. I need to double check before I'm giving the wrong information or also before I give the wrong impression to my client that, hey, I don't know what I'm doing. Or, just double check yourself before you keep going if you feel like that.
Yeah, and I think that's so important. Community is obviously very big to me, and I just want to take this quick reminder to everyone, like, please ask for help. Some clients, some transactions are just harder than others. So please ask for help. Um, and we'll figure out a way through it because I would rather us have a 10-minute conversation than just send out that termination. Let's first have a
Yeah.
conversation, figure out ideas, and then we can, go through that if it needs to be done. But moving on to, you work a lot with builders, and I know that a lot of them are your family members, but you have been working with other builders as well. Um, I wanted to ask how, for an agent who wants to start building a relationship with builders, where should they start?
I think the first thing would be just being nosy, but nosy in the good way.
Hmm.
Nosy, like if you see a subdivision that is close to a community that drive around, get off. walk around those subdivisions. If you don't already have a new construction agent, for example, Elisa with DR Horton, if you don't already have a dedicated agent with, because we have Lennar, we have DR, we have Schuber Mitchell, we have so many local builders that, I mean, they're not like doing like these big job fairs where they're going to come up to you and be like, hey, I want to be your dedicated agent. Essentially, you kind of have to hit the ground running. And not only is it a good opportunity for maybe like a new agent or like just to post content or to post on your story, like, hey, here I am walking said subdivision. This is just down the road from blank. You know, this is in an area that I love. This is close to what I do. This would be so neat if you could live in the subdivision, you know, posting stuff like that and just kind of getting more background for yourself as well. Because, hey, at the end of the day, not only are we working for our clients, you're also kind of working for yourself. You want to get to know the area because you never know if you're going to end up listing a house or helping someone look in that specific neighborhood. You want to say, hey, I actually toured that whole neighborhood down the road and they have houses like this, and that, you know? It just gives you more well-rounded background. But while you're doing that, obviously go into the model home, talk to an agent, say, hey, I'm a new agent. I want to know what's the scenario if I come bring you guys a client? Like, how does that work? Can you give me some information? I'm a really nosy person. So I think that that's helped me kind of be less shy, which I could see where a new agent would be kind of shy or apprehensive to like walk up to something that you've never done before. But hey, use that to your advantage. Say, hey, I'm a new agent. I want to learn more. Could you guys tell me a little more about this? And sometimes, even if maybe you are shy, DM somebody on social media. Most of these builders have social media. You know, you can, if you see like a specialist for Buffington Homes is posting something, then hey, message them and be like, hey, could we make a meeting and could I stop by like the model home and talk to you about what promotions you guys have? So I think that would be my best advice. But obviously, in my scenario, it does help. My mom became a builder before, like me and my husband got licensed, and we're builders too. So, not only doing personal homes, personal projects has helped, but asking a million questions and also leaning on other agents. Like, I know of a really good agent. Her name is Evelyn. She's also a builder, but they also kind of did the same situation where they started building first and then she got her license. So she's one of my, before we even got into it, I would reach out to her a lot. She was a good resource for me before we even got licensed. So if you see someone that's posting, and I say this because I've had agents reach out to me, it is better to ask than to just assume or to just live in the dark or live in like the not knowing. At least for me, it's always better to ask. If I see someone that posts something and I'm like, hey, that's really neat. I've never seen it. And I do that with other agents too. I'm like, hey, where was that house that you posted? I love the cabinets or something like that. But I feel like asking questions is probably the biggest thing that I would say when it comes to not only working with builders, but getting to know more about like new construction, especially just in general. But that's just I'm nosy, so. But there's ways that you can be nosy even if you're shy. You can message someone instead of like calling them or maybe doing a one-on-one meeting if you're not ready for that right away.
Oh yeah, asking a million questions. It might seem nosy, but it's gotten to where I am today. So
Yeah.
we need to step out of our shy bubble. Like I tell
Yes.
myself, like this year I am shameless. I have zero shame. I am contacting everyone. I'm asking everyone the questions. I'm doing everything that I need to do to build out my business. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah. Okay, so pretty much last question. Well, last two.
Mhm.
If you could go back and give yourself advice 2 years ago when you were getting started, what would you tell yourself?
Ooh. On a personal level, go buy land.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Literally, like just let's separate real estate for 2 seconds, just like as a personal investment. Stop being lazy. Don't invest in stuff that maybe is not going to get you anywhere. Buy land, even if you don't know what you're going to do with it. That's number one.
Yeah.
But besides that, I would say, um, maybe don't take the approach to like this new lifestyle scenario so loosely. Take it more serious because I know and I feel it because I guess, and I do admit, yes, I think my business is picking up. I'm doing better. I'm more dedicated. And I think that was my problem. That 2 years ago, I kind of acted like everything just kind of fell on my lap and it was just like a whatever kind of attitude, just because maybe I was kind of in denial. And the thing that scares me is that once I dedicate myself to something or once I commit to something, I'm full blown ahead. And for me, I was kind of like, let's just kind of do this as like a whatever kind of situation. But now that I'm like fully adapted to it, I'm fully taking it serious. And I just wish I would have given it a little more energy right when I first got my license and not treated it as this is just kind of like a hobby part-time job thing. Because I'm not saying that I wouldn't be where I am now, but I feel like I would have a lot more experience and maybe I would have probably capped already and just little things that I wish I could have done, maybe just on the personal end. And I feel like I just kind of took it a little too relaxed. And there's nothing wrong with like hitting the ground running. And I wish I would have had that attitude 2 years ago instead of having it right now. But hey, I'm having it now, so it's still paying off. But it would have been nice to just take things a little more serious and not be so nonchalant about things. I think overall.
Yeah, I completely understand, but we didn't know what we didn't know. So,
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
but just moving forward, like what are you most excited about your business going forward?
Ooh, this is a good one. I think so definitely seeing new projects, working with builders, which is like me, my mom, she's got some exciting things coming up. Just a lot of new construction, like always. But I think in general, just working more because I've kind of been more of like listing side slash building side, but I've dabbled in working with buyers. And honestly, it's like a whole different ball game. It has been something I really enjoy more than I thought I would because sometimes being a Leo, I my people skills are kind of all over the place. If you know, you know. But working with like first time home buyers has been like one of the funnest things ever. Like seeing them live with through all their firsts with them and me feeling like I'm the first time home buyer with them, I get so excited. And I'm like, I would really want to dabble a little more in doing this. And I feel like I'm getting there. Let me think. I have two under contract that are first time home buyers, and I have another couple that's also looking. And just seeing that experience and also like walking through the house with their kids, like this whole thing I like the being like on the listing side, building side, but also being on the other side has been, I think it's been really fulfilling and I want to keep working at that. And I kind of want to be more taking the time of developing relationships with buyers. I really like it and it's been super fun. Like I take it as we're all looking at the houses together and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so much fun. Like I'm buying with them.
Hmm.
So I definitely want to do more of that this year, and that's what I'm looking forward to. So we'll see what happens this year.
That's awesome. I think, well, Cassandra, do we have time for one more question?
Yeah, you're good. You're good. I have time.
Okay, does anyone have a question in here? Because I know that. Don't be afraid.
No, but I will be nosy because I am nosy. Good nosy. I love that. I'm the same way.
Good nosy.
I am a Leo too.
Oh my gosh, all three of us are Leos.
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
No.
dangerous.
But let me show you because I am going to be nosy and because I want you to do good as much as you can. Honestly, like I cannot get enough of this little box. Do it. If you want to take your real estate business more serious, like you're saying, like, like you really want to, $165. That's what I pay a month.
Okay, you're gonna have
My
to.
business comes from this thing. And I have been lazy about it. And I'll be very honest. I've been super, super lazy about it. I haven't sent out this month. But because I'm trying to get my little ones to actually learn how to work, and they're the ones doing that item of value for me. They call it child labor. I call it
Oh
help.
my God.
But do
Uh,
it. I promise you. It's your database. That's what I
yeah.
would tell you.
Yep.
It's your database. And you're already doing it.
No? Oh my gosh, yes. Like input your database, y'all. This year that's been my biggest learning lesson of inputting it, and I'm seeing results right now, all because I started inputting my clients into a database, and now I can actually see people, and
Mm,
the system will remind me when I need to contact them. But yeah,
yeah.
Mina, can you send more information about that box in the group, please?
Yes, please.
Um,
Yes, but I don't have Slack.
it's okay. I will share it to the group.
I'm lazy like that. I'm not that far into it yet, okay? But I
Oh,
will share it in the group chat.
Yeah. I need everyone on Slack. It's okay. It's okay. But we do have a question from Perla. Cassandra, when did you become a full-time agent? I know you became a full-time agent right away, no?
yeah.
But like,
So, yeah,
I
I was gonna say full like a full disclosure. I was like what is it? A corporate slave, so to speak. And I got laid off, thank God, because I had already taken the test, I had already passed, and getting laid off was literally like the here. Welcome to reality. This is what you're doing now. I had already taken the steps before. I was just super whatever about it. Got laid off, and that's been what, 2.5 years ago now? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think it's been 2.5 years. So, yes, full time, so to speak, yes, but really taking it serious, I would say the past year and a half ish. I would say like the first 6 months to maybe the first year of me having my license, I wasn't like full steam ahead. I wasn't like fully, thank God, my husband, and I relied on his income. But obviously now I'm full time. But yes, so technically I would say maybe the last year I've been fully full time and taking it serious as for me. But yeah. Getting
and
laid off helped.
and I will say most people to come full-time, usually it takes about a year, year and a half.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, even though you went from like it being slow, people do usually start off slow that first year, and that second year is when they learn, they figure out more of what they're doing. And then the third year is where it kind of really takes off. Some people are much faster because I will say Michelle, we need to bring her on because I don't know what she's doing. She's on steroids. Um, she
That's good.
already has she's got um like 3 or 4 deals under contract. She also has a listing coming soon. So I'm gonna bring her on to see what she's doing because I know she just started. But I also know that that girl is shameless like us. And so she's doing everything and anything. She's making the phone calls. She was cold calling before she even got her license, which I don't know if I recommend, but it is a strategy, y'all.
That's amazing.
But yeah, well, thank you so much, Cassandra. I really admire you. I really admire your growth this
Oh,
year that you've had. So I thought it'd be a perfect opportunity to bring you on. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much it for this call. Thank you so much for coming.
thank you.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, well, we'll let you get to your next appointment and I'll see everyone soon. If you guys have any questions, feel free to send me a text and we can meet up or we can do what we need to do. Thanks. Bye, everyone.